Family Leonardo, me Nasiladi Don Multimedia, the CEO Voice of Salon. Today I come for talk to now, my family, make una continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share to our friends them. As we always try to bring for the latest news what they happen around Salon, whether it be politics or any other news them, what they happen or gossip, what they bring out to una live and direct. So please, my family, don't forget to subscribe and share to our friends them. You wanna touch the bell icon so that you don't miss any video we will try for bring out to una. So that's also we want make una don't forget also for subscribe to we TikTok channel on TikTok and also on Facebook or Facebook page or the Voice of Salon or also the on Instagram Voice of Salon, please family. And don't forget to share. Okay, thank you now. Tata.
My fellow Sierra Leoneans, both home and diasporas, on a good day. This now the humble servant, retired Captain Melton. As at today, Thursday, the 21st day of August, 2025. I come again this morning for continue for talk to una, my colleagues, the grassroots or sympathizers of the mighty All People's Congress APT party, the suffering masses, where the SLPP junta-led government don't leave it to the people in Sierra Leone. You know, this is man-made suffering. We mad Oigilos mad at you and encourage them. We saw APC members with a team up for cause the unnecessary untold suffering in we motherland called Mama Saloon. So I just say continue. Anytime when I see me I come on social media, just a clarification for make we not go allow any nincompoop, selfish politician, rogues, criminals, where they still they fight for make them go continue. Because of for their own selfishness, they prefer for make them go allow the majority of the Sierra Leoneans them where they find it difficult even forget 1 meal per day. You know, it's really sad. For make them go tell we see they win an elections. They still love we forget about that. Love we forge ahead for 2028. You know, I don't know which confidence will they get. I don't know what thing they don't put in place. We mother bill still they continue for before and train and enlist people in the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. When you go check the president's guys that wouldn't they in training, are they say this with authority. The 90% are from the southeast. You know, but all this, then we need poops APC executive and members of parliament. They not even take that all into consideration. So I don't know. Looking at the criminals then, the likes of Terry Coco, we stab right Dr. Samura Kamara na him back. 98 snaps back again. He say in the fight for a position for flag bearer 2028. You know, now we will not see Leoneans and not maybe for understand. Short kind of people them would have any side una see them, una for don't hit them right there. If you cause for make it go lost in life, even make it lost in life there. Look by Mahmoud, a court criminal who they don't find him guilty. Now instill a saloon. Look at Dr. Rita Conte also. You know, man wouldn't get money for make it will make sure that 2023 multi-tier elections for make it will ensure that it fast tracked and try to get all the other forms. Rita Conte, nothing and not do anything of the progress. If not for say Dr. Samura Mato we see in camera, we smart and make sure that say instead he set in team we become able to get 71% of the presidential RR form for the 24th June 2023 multi-tier elections. You know, it just really hard. So my fellow Sierra Leoneans, let me just read briefly to Otin and I can talk to una this morning. These are response to journalist Amara interview with Radio Mankneh and Makeni and promotions of 80 majors to lieutenant colonels. So my fellow Sierra Leoneans, now them two things so we are the can discuss on to for make una go know exactly how the country they go. First and foremost, this journalist, so-called APC journalist Amara, now a pathetic liar. You know, we always they present himself both electronics and print media. You know, now a pathetic liar. And I hope say majority of una where they follow this guy, where they listen to this guy, and you see the events them where they occur. So certain thing where they or not, it is say this guy not a pathetic liar. If my memory go for I go for recall. I remember this not the same Amara Samure. We talk say all the former aspirants them or the flag bearer for 2023 for the APC, they don't miss Dr. Samura Kamara for making forget about 2014, 2023 multi-tier elections and made them forge ahead for let the country go progress. So let the country go move on. This not the same journalist, nine do short kind of thing. You know, my fellow Sierra Leoneans, I don't know exactly the day or the date when they be interview this so-called SLPP journalist, Amara Samura. You know, when they interview him, because now yesterday I able forget that voice note where they forward on to me. But after I don't listen and done, now say like just give. You know, the people them will be to say if we entrust them, the journalists, the civil societies, the international, we look at international moral guarantors, you know, the Inter-Religious Council. Now they will be called the local moral guarantors. We, I believe, say, after the truth and reconciliations, the findings and the recommendations. Now they came up with short kind of idea. Because so they say during the APC era of late Dr. Seka Province Stevie and late Joseph Saidu Memo. Because so during that era, so people they not get their voice for making them go speak out. Whereby then nabi one party state. As he talk, then they go hold you. So they never forget people them wait for talk for the masses. So they make based on the on the truth and reconciliation. They decided for recommend the civil societies, they made them form civil society organization. Then also the journalists, both and electronics and print media. Then the Inter-Religious Council. Like now they're supposed to stand up and say, no, what this thing where they go so is not good at all for the nation. And now this thing where they go on so where they happen so presently, now that's we make where some of the brothers and the Alikabas, the Fodos and cause, they decide for going to bush and form and infiltrate the country and form a rebellion. We get up to 50,000 loss of lives and properties. In fact, say for what Julius Maada Bio do during indispensation from the day one, where they hand over power on the 14th of April 2018 to date, the amount of atrocity we don't cause now in motherland, you know, we'll compare during the days of Dr. Seka Province TV, talk less of Joseph Saidu Memo. So now these are one of the civic responsibility, where the truth and reconciliation. Say, you know what? Make them form their organization, they also empower them. We are just namely inter alia. The civil societies or activists in various organizations, both the electronics and print media, for make them the Inter-Religious Councils, now them for play a neutrality role. Like what happens in 2014, 2023 multi-trial election, now they're supposed to take the lead. Now they're supposed to take the lead and say, you know what? For make the country not go into recipe, or for making not go into unrest. But oh my God, just because of the brown envelope, for their own selfishness, Now they don't buy them all. So they're not going for speak out, for making them go come out. It's really sad. So if, with regards to this interview, or they interview this Amara Samura, we quote the current junta Attorney General, Sise, right? We also double as Minister of Justice and Attorney General, Sise. For making quota, he said, as far as voting, he said, where the Minister of Justice and Attorney General, we been the admonish is a group of journalists. He tell them categorically clear and say, he don't know nothing what in a tripartite. And sorry, what in a electoral justice. You understand? Then he don't know. As Minister of Justice and Attorney General, he said he don't know what in a electoral justice. He don't know absolutely. If the people that we want, according to Amara Samura, he said to Oti, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General, he said people the APC or Dr. Samura Kamara for don't go to courts. He said that they only get that kind of mandate for make them go do whether a fresh election or rerun elections. My fellow Sierra Leoneans, I don't want to make them get confused in respect of that. That stage, where according to Amara Samura to Oti, they say, we don't pass that stage for say going to court. If after 7 days you don't go to court, it's quite different thing. So let me just make this thing to the general populace to be clear. The peace and unity, the peace and unity. Just like after they say, because I look at, I get interrupted. But however, let me just continue to what they try to say. With regards to the so-called journalist and SLPP journalist Amara Samura. So he say the APC for me not going to court. So as they say, let nobody not get yourself confused. That side we don't pass the door. We are not there anymore. We don't pass that stage. Anybody not stupid now? We don't pass that stage. If Julius Maada be who, where Nana the caretaker presently, he knows yes, he believe on the results for saying I get in winning. For be ever thinking of calling for a dialogue. For be ever think for call for dialogue. Ever in your life. Let no ever, for be ever think for say he will call for dialogue. If we just don't stand taking position for say he believe on to outing instant power. But for the mere fact that Julius Maada Bio don't decide for if actually Maada Bio he believes say in a the rightful winner, there's no need to make it call Dr. Samura Matuwisi Kamara for making them go into dialogue. And this dialogue, where Maada Bio called for so, it committed itself to the fullest. This tripartite, this three-way leadership, the International Moral Guarantors, the SLPP, and the APC, where they pen down the signature for the peace and unity agreement, or they signed, and they said whatever be the outcome of it, is actionable and implementable. So I go want my fellow Sierra Leoneans, both home and diasporas, and they say this so now with authority and make it to be as now a policy statement. I say this now for una don't know, for make una know this so far. That treaty where the SLPP, the APC, and the International Moral Guarantors pen down their signature, it is above the highest court of the land. So I want to make una get that for circumstance clear. So now not get myself confused. If you memory able for serve me well, during the tripartite investigation, more especially with regards to Resolution 3, which dealt with the 24th June 2023 multi-trial elections. We then go into that investigation, we then prove and beyond reasonable doubt say the mother bill not only are the rightful winner. Even when during the investigation with regards to Resolution 3, we then call witnesses them, from then go testify. The SLPP, they call them for make them go with their results. They promise over 2 weeks, they're not turn up. The same to the ECSLs, where they get the responsibility, the mandate, for make them go ensure that say they do an announcement with regards to any election. For sure, say now the right winner is for declare. They don't get any mandate because of they say yes, I get the mandate, I get the right. For make it go just sit down there and make any formula or think about any number and announce them just like what we do 2014, 2023 multi-trial elections. If not for say we get a peaceful leader like Dr. Samura Kamara. You know, if not forget somebody like Dr. Samura Matuwisin Kamara. So I want to make on go down the clear the people there. When I get us clear on the back of our minds, then nobody, if we don't know, at this, we don't be above that, say going to court, this kind of stuff. And during the investigations, as I say, they call the former commissioners there, Christiana Top and Umfa Ali. When they ask them, and also they call them and make them just clear. For say, if there is any secrecy or confidential, for say they not for release the results out as per districts, region, onto the National Talent Center. Because they say, and they make it clear, both Christiana Top and Umfa Ali, they call them, and they testify that. They say that there is no secrecy in respect of that. The only secrecy, now where they will cast your vote, you won. That is the only secrecy. Now, the only thing when are confidential, but all the rest, therefore become public to the public domain. But here is the case. But it is still people and they do the processing at the talent center at district level and regional level. In fact, Ali just think about any number and announce that. You know? And we all know see the international guarantors, even the international observers. They say the elections are not credible. Absolutely. They say the elections are not credible. And during that investigations, until this time, SLPP not ever go submit their RR forms, presidential RR forms, or talk less of ECSL. At one time, we also get unclear. Where the US ambassador say there is no result for the 24 June 2023 multi-trial elections. It make it clear. Because I see also where this same Amara Samura, where they try for court the US ambassador, in statements where he give out, where he quote the US ambassador. And at this same US ambassador, where in a radio station 98.1, where they interview him, they say, well, where they interview him, it make it also clear, say, the APC not decide for going to court, but they use another method. You know, they use another method. Similarly, who said that method? We then go into this dialogue. We then sign for this peace and unity agreement. You understand? Where they all say whatever get for be the outcome of it is actionable and implementable. It is so they use another means. And this same US Ambassador David Brown Hunt, where this Amara Samura they quote, this same US Ambassador, the him sit back in 98.1 talk say, He said the expectation from the tripartite recommendation, he said we expect electoral reforms and accountability. And exactly the outcome of electoral reforms after the conclusion or the tripartite concluded, and findings and recommendations submitted, it gave birth to two baskets, where the electoral reforms now 80, then accountability now 4. Where later himself, the current European Union ambassador in country, himself also makes, it's in a 5. So we don't know, maybe that 5, now the position of the international moral guarantors, or they be part of this treaty, where they above, where they go sign both the APC, the SLPP, and international moral guarantors. Mind you guys, if I go able for reflection and memory back, one of the landed lawyer, you know, when Rashid Dembuye, where witness, you see how the proceeding they go. It make it clear. Now AYV, he say, as far as if info be part of Julius Maada be in SLPP joint government, he say he not go allow for make them go into short kind of agreement and pen down their signature. He say he not go allow that absolutely. Yes, make it clear. So now, my fellow Sierra Leoneans, as you see this same US ambassador, this guy they quote, he talked about the expectation from the tripartite recommendations. We say we expect two baskets, electoral reforms and accountability. Then now, what they see the Minister of Justice and Attorney General Messi say, you know, where Messi say they talk see, he say the Attorney General say he don't know nothing but electoral justice. Mind you guys, from that 4, when accountability, now the electoral justice fall. Because only one they were involved. With regards to that, you know, when they involved with so and Rashid, the way it make it clear because OTEC, OTB they transfer. He say if I've been there, now the government, they go tell them, say, make them not sign that thing absolutely. So just like, as I say, and exactly now, the tripartite, based on the recommendations, then, now then we get electoral reforms, when are 80, and we get accountability, when are 4. So this 4, now you get back to electoral justice. Where the Minister of Justice and General say, according to Amara Samura, he say he don't know nothing about electoral justice. You know, let us see how people are not honest to themselves. Then even this Amara Samura, you know, they even talk about 84, they talk about 80. You know, say that's 4. Now in the electoral justice. Because if all the guys them, when they rig that election, they're only for accountability, charge them in court. My fellow Sierra Leoneans, both home and diasporas, mind you, that treaty where they fellow they also signed, who they agreed to. Or ultimately connecting they be do we just think about any number with the fellow commissioners them, what they be do. If they prove into accountability and they find them guilty, now treasonable offense, now they don't commit. Whether for life imprisonment or then die by hanging. That's nobody will do no mistake about that. Nobody will do no mistake about that. So now make it see, even when in radio, you not talk about 84, now 4, this and that. Just imagine. And he not say the 80, it deals with only electoral reforms. And these electoral reforms, not a new thing. Because after elections, then they go back to the drawing board and see who side lapses there for make them go try for put certain thing them We go make people they go get confidence and trust to the electoral commissioners. You understand? They lost their day. Every election, they do electoral reforms, not to any new thing again anymore. So let nobody think say then people are now people who are honest to themselves. Absolutely is a big no. To be honest with you, if actually the unprogressive APC National Executive, they're able to stand tall, they're able to take a firm grip and ensure that they say, you know what? Then people there make the members of parliament and down them tools them, the mayors, the district chairmen or women, down to the councillors, then walk out from their offices because of based on the conclusion of the tripartite investigations. We don't show a clear margin for say, their young candidate, APC candidate, Dr. Samura Matuwisi in Amara, now in win, now they probably just simply, because now able for do now able for submit 71% of the presidential Arab form after calculation, so they don't work out everything in mathematics. Then say it gets 57.15%, and the SLP to able for talent that result. Now, absolutely up to this time, Madabio still occupied that city because of voting, because of because of the APC, National Executive, members of Parliament. Now they make Madabio still occupy that seat. And they tell this for free. That's why there's no secret about that. So that journalist, Amara Samura, if actually that radio station, Makeni radio Mankneh, they're honest to themselves, make them try for to get a balanced story. Because that guy, now a propagandist, a man full of lies. So short kind of people we know for trust in our community, or we know for trust in our environment, not to any sober-minded journalist. You understand? Not to any sober-minded journalist. Make people get us clear. So, Radio Mankneh, do next time for Makena will get a balanced story. Una ensure that say, because Amara Samura say, the Minister of Justice don't know what electoral justice. You don't know what's not electoral justice. So Amara Samura, get this thing clear. Accountability, that's for now gave birth to electoral justice. Because if they improve it to them, serious one, then do the full implementation of both recommendations, both the divergent and the convergent. I swear, my God, Madabi no will sit under. So Amara Samura try to know that better. Right? Now this me fambulem, as I tell you this. This now one thing also where I want to make people and pay keen attention to. Ever since in the history of Sierra Leone, the SLPP now they always they for set bad precedents. Let I just take una back 1999 during Pakaba and Ara. SLPP then go train Sierra Leone as officer cadet in Nigeria. Up to 200, 2 badges. Then go train that thing for 2 months or so. Could you imagine? 200. What are the main motive or intentions? Now for ensure that say, then disband the army. But that's enable for work. Enable work. So let me tell you one of the main reasons why, because me not see any listed to. Past this Amara Samura in interview, who they interview. Now they are no say they don't promote 80 majors to lieutenant colonel. Me no ever need short kind of thing. And up to this point, I don't believe. I don't believe absolutely. I don't believe that at all. Because my fellow Syrians, just like Otin at the same, SLPP go trade 200 officers then. Majority of them, now Southeasterners then dominated. right? Then when I go train them, they don't care now. Then looking at the strength of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, way before, the highest number where they train, now 30. At times, now just 15 cadet officers. Where then they take. Where they train, where they take, where they do their intake. But now, they don't go train 200. You know, and looking at the strength of the army, they count them. What thing they do next? For make them go get away, get grip of that institution. Now make on the 31st day of January, they decide for redundance 77 offices. Where I was part of that 77. Forceful retirement. Where they do them. And the majority of we, 98%, we are not Westerners. Just for make them go get away, how they go slotting, for make, you want the way they bring come in, make them go forget space. They do them. You know, just for make them go get space. Because they also say, what's not been the intention? Well, let's President Ahmed Yakababi say, he don't disband Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. We not be all water. So what did they do next? They retire the Northwesterners. But still, they're not enough of them. Based on the establishment, the strength of the army, they still say, okay, some certain people are within that badge, would they be trained? They don't go far. You know? Because when they train that kind of size numbers, if they retire 30 officers, or they reach to the normal age retirement, now based on that number, they for train. And now they don't can say now that badge, that major, so man now within their badge, they don't promote them to colonels. So man they don't be within that badge, they don't promote them to the brigadiers, to brigadier generals, right? Then they still that the same badge they still now major. So me strongly believe say, because of the system, that guy, they feel frustrated, disgruntled, when they feel themselves, they're incompetent, but their colleagues, they're not there now as full colonels, they're so not be as brigadiers. So Mother Bio for make, it will try to satisfy them, it don't even take into consideration the strength of the army, and it decided to promote 80 majors to lieutenant colonels. Then how may people left? Me, I don't know. The time served during the war, where the army be there very close to 20,000, will not ever get up to 80 lieutenant colonels. Will not ever, that not ever happen. But who knows what are the motive? Sometimes the intent for me then will show back again, then therefore can do massive redundance or retirement of Northwesterners. Maybe not that's the main motive or intention. What to make them decide for the short kind of thing. And then we make this thing to honor the general populace. No. The strength of the army, what we know. During the war, we are very close to 20,000. Then after they do the restructuring, we will be left now just 8,500. Right? And I still stand on it say, the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces not even reach 10,000. So we don't know. If they go promote 80 majors to lieutenant colonels, my fellow Sierra Leoneans, me the judge they tell you say, not just like compensation. Because they see them guys there, they don't feel frustrated. Maybe they want to do other thing otherwise. Now I cannot want to make an fall. Lieutenant General Idara Bangura, one of the current Chief of Defense Staff, or CDS. When they admonish the soldiers them, both officers and men. I don't know if now Oki pitch or so. You know, where they tell them, say they for refrain from politics. You know, because they don't see some certain officers, them, they don't feel disgruntled, they don't feel frustrated. Because some of them, they don't have a major rank. Where they're company now, they don't be major general, brigadier generals, full colonels. And then they don't promote them. And based on that, I don't say it's try for casual demanded. But Oti added again for telling about politics. Either Bangura, the current CDA, he able to ascertain short kind of position because of voting at the dirty job maybe they do for the SLPP. Yes. Look like for a case study. We said they go kill Samson, the Makeni, between Station Road and Compass Street. Where in the Amara Bangura, the current chief of defense staff, he was there. Then even with, but by then he became Makeni as 4th Brigade commander, while Lieutenant Colonel Desmond in the battalion commander. You know, so na that be na Makeni immediately as brigade commander, and he be there right na the scene. We started fire my small brother in Samsi from the back, and the current chief of defense staff people realized that they against the Geneva Conventions and the rules of engagement. Enough of fire you enemy from the back. And they make this thing to number clear, say the current chief of defense staff, Major Aidara Bangura, including in commanding officer by then, we been getting to Lieutenant Colonel Desmond, and I don't know something going to promote themselves to colonel, to full colonel. They'll be there right now the scene, what happened. And now make United States of America then get restriction of movement. They know they allow them absolutely for good. I want to make una clear. So then they cannot make una fall for it. So if Adara are able to assassinate short kind of position because of incredential, where even they play, what even they do, now that make a claim the leader where a mass in company where a senior forum or an even competent person self. I want to make una get that clear to my fellow civilians. Me, Toriotin, and know the military. There is no way for make them go promote as one go 80 majors to lieutenant colonels. Looking at the establishments at strategic level, formation level, tactical level, sub-unit level, and looking at the strength of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, when at just 8,500. Hey, bro, I don't know. Sometimes they want to can make now lieutenant colonel, now he go become the commander. Where even that safe? I call, but even that safe, they make even first they make lieutenant colonel to platoon commander. Yeah. Now the strength of the army, they determine, and the population of the people them, now the in-country. But looking at the strength of 8,500, but me, as far as they say, I'm not able to confirm that yet. But ultimately, the voice this thing out now. Now, based on the interview, Amara Samura, when I'm a journalist. So now, I made a quote in this thing. Me not get any eyesight for say, I see the names them physically with my eyes. No. Up to this time, I don't see the list yet. Right? But at the time for free, now a bad precedent. I don't know whether maybe Madabio they can left office. You know, because these are the signs. No, it's very dangerous, my fellow Sierra Leoneans, for making una go know this. It's like say he want to give more body. If there is going to be any regime change within the shortest possible time, as long as we get a lot of rumors or speculations. So he want to just give a body to the incoming president or to the incoming government. Because I don't see any reason. I will say this with authority for make them go just promote 80 majors to lieutenant colonels, then looking at the establishment of Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces and the strength of the army. No. I will say this clear. The one just give body to Dr. Samura to Dr. Samura Matu Kamara. That is no joke about that. I will say this thing clear. Yeah. But however, and I will see the reiterate, me not see any lists for say they promote for the promotion of 80 majors to lieutenant colonels. And I'm not able to see the list yet. But what I can say with authority, that if not that, then do. Now a very dangerous precedent. And Madabio is Alex say it can go. So you want just create an atmosphere where it will be very difficult for the next coming or the incoming governance. The incoming government, you want just create an atmosphere where, especially for that ministry, we go find it difficult for make able for pay them and administer well. So my fellow Sierra Leoneans, both from diasporas, I don't know, very close to 41 minutes now. So I just give an highlight for make Sierra Leoneans they go no say, first and foremost, for the promotion of the 80 majors to lieutenant colonels, now a very dangerous decision where they take. And also, I still reiterate, continue to say this again and again. The peace and agreement were signed between the SLPP junta government, then Dr. Matthew Wilson Kamara of the APC, and the international moral guarantors were signed on the 18th day of October 2023. That decision a day above the highest court of land. I want to make get that clear. And both parties, they strongly agree on that note. Whatever will be the outcome with regards to recommendations, is actionable and implementable. So now that's not the stage with this one now. And at the make it abundantly clear, if they do the full implementation of the